Hey, welcome back sound people. Lots of ground to cover in this video. So we're right here at the Ruined Sentinel boss door. Let's get to it. Well, luckily that was over fairly quickly. So, it's illusory walls galore down here. First one is a bit pathetic. Rusted coin. Great, just what you always wanted. Right next door. Easy to find. I think basically that one is just like a hiding place. It doesn't have any treasure in it, so maybe the idea was you hide in here and maybe like shoot magic or something. This is a good one. Just across from the door. So after that one, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. And we got a chest. Hush. Excellent spell. But on this wall here, somewhere. Yeah, there we go. More bone. There we go. Okay, after the boss room, there is this illusory ball actually, at the top of the stairs. There we go. Word of advice, run through here. Yeah, that could have been you. Here we are, bonfire. So downstairs is the way to the Covenant. But first, we're just going to check out this. At the end here, the Bastille Key. So that key was the main thing we actually came to this level for. The rest of the area is pretty straightforward. Up the stairs you'll get your shortcut, along that way you'll get an annoying jump and that will give you a soul item. But I just want to impress upon you the importance of talking to your NPCs. You've probably spent enough money at Macduff right now to... well, let me just show you actually. After you've spent enough time talking to Macduff, you do get rewarded with a Titanite slab. So, it is definitely worth doing, infusing your weapons and all that sort of stuff. Eventually you will spend enough souls and you'll get your Titanite slab. But for the time being, let's head downstairs. I want to talk to you about something. No, not this pain in the arse, for sure. Not the large club. Not even the priest's check. This Pharaoh's Lockstone here. The area behind me, if I was to walk onto that bridge right now, the invasions would start happening. That Covenant is probably the biggest grind in Dark Souls 2, if I'm honest. It's the one that took me the longest. There is another location for the Bellkeeper Covenant in the Iron Keep. That way we can actually do PvE. There is a red invader that spawns every so often, the Mad Warrior it's called. But if you're a fan of PvP and you're lucky enough to have enough traffic, people playing the games, then it would probably be worth doing right now. But that's not what I'm going to do right now. I'm not going to deal with that Covenant because we got the Bastille Key. So we're going to do Sinner's Rise. Now, in the old copy of Dark Souls 2, we used to have to do the Gargoyle boss fight in the bell tower before we could get the Bastille Key. So it's actually somewhat of a luxury being able to actually do this in this particular order. So that's why I'm doing it. You could even call this the correct way if you wanted to. The zone itself isn't particularly difficult these days, but there is a couple of items that you could possibly miss. This being the first one, some lacerating knives. Yeah, I know, it's not that impressive, but the second one is. I'll just take out this ruined Sentinel quickly. It's actually quite good having that ruined Sentinel down here. It used to be much, much worse. Here, this wall. There we go. So that concludes all our hidden walls for the rest of the episode. The zone itself is pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to guide you through everything here. Sufficient to say just keep your wits about you and remember this little shortcut. So now that you have the last illusory wall and you've lit this using the key to get in here, you should have a nice well lit boss room and it shouldn't really be any trouble at all. But what's more important than the boss fight itself, because you won't have any trouble with it, is this branch of Yore. In this chest, just outside the boss fight. And this bonfire just takes you straight back to Majula. Here we are back here at the bell tower. Now, earlier on when I was telling you about the Mad Warrior coming into the Iron Keep version of this area. The reason it was such a grind to get the 30 invasion kills to get the sorcery for your sorcery trophy is because the Mad Warrior doesn't always spawn. It doesn't spawn at all in this one, but in the other tower it does sometimes. I'm going to do most of this level off camera though, but I'll just show you a couple things. This guy here is the NPC that you need to talk to get into the Covenant. If you fall through this hole, you will get some extra treasure as well. And the blue tearstone ring. Up here on the top floor is where you find the lever to unlock the boss fight. And round this corner here is a really easy to miss item. Another Skeptic Spice. Not a big fan of this boss fight. Really just quite fortunate to get a summon there. That could have been much tougher. So this is the area we used to have to get get the Bastille Key. It used to be on that corpse right down there at the bottom. Just cheesing him with some magic up here. That is pretty funny. He just killed me a second ago. Dragon Tooth, petrified something, and a bright bug. Excellent for the bright bug. Actually, all that treasure's really, really good. An enchanted falchon. It's probably worth mentioning that that merchant behind me actually stocks boss armor. Once you spend enough money, she starts to accumulate boss armor. So you can actually buy the penal handcuffs off her after the Lost Sinner is dead. That increases pyromancy, which is quite interesting and quite handy to know. Well, we really did cover a lot of ground in this video. Between this video and the two videos on the left, we should now have every illusory wall and every secret piece of treasure, etc, etc, in the Lost Bastille and Sinner's Rise. Next stop, down the well. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and ciao for now.